Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a new game of the Dats Premier League. This is Division A game between SVKM Super Strikers versus SVKM Rising Strikers. And we bring it to you live from the Fatima grounds. Camera work by Satish, operator Fayaz, scorer Harsh, and I Pranav bring the game to you live. This is a Division A game as I mentioned earlier, and this is what happened at the toss. SVKM Rising Strikers won the toss and they decided to bowl first. So you have the openers out in the middle. Varun and Rahul will open the batting, while Prince will open the bowling. And we are in the power play phase. The two fielders outside the 30-yard circle for the first 6 overs. And the two fielders outside are Deep Point and third man. They are operating outside the 30-yard circle, long apart off the boundary. So here we go. All set for the first ball of the game. Let's play, signals the umpire. Down the track and whacks it away. That's gone all the way for six. First maximum of the game. What a shot to start with. Down the track, full bunger and whacks it away through mid wicket for six. What a start to this game and what a start to this innings. Now all of a sudden that has prompted a little change to the field. Slip goes a little wide. Full ball and misses that altogether. So six followed by a dot. Still operating with a wide second slip. That'll be called a wide. Getting a bit of movement with that new ball here. Prince trying to force the batter to play through the offside. So there's a wideish backward point. Second slip in place. Third man and deep point. Short extra cover for that catch. Batting outside the crease here, the two batters. Down the track again. Oh, what a catch that is! What an extraordinary grab that by Ketan behind the stumps. As they pick up their first wicket, Varun walks back. As we take another look at that brilliant catch. It's all happening here at the Fatima grounds. Don't go anywhere. 7 for 1, 3 balls into the first over. Take another look down the track. Thickish outside edge, and what a grab that is. One-handed full stretch and gone. 7 for 1 as Varun falls for 6. You just want to take another look. In fact, keep playing that catch on loop here. Down the track. Thickish outside edge, and what an absolute blinder that is behind the stumps. No hesitation whatsoever. 7 for 1. So 7 for 1. Chirag walks out to the middle. What an absolute blinder that was by Ketan to dismiss Varun. He'll be delighted with this. Still the same sort of field for the new batter. The slip doesn't move. Still a second slip in place. They are also batting outside the crease. Nicely punched away. Wants the single but is sent back by his partner. There's a good bit of energy on the field after that wicket. Despite the first ball going for six. What an absolute blinder that was. Keep looking at the catch time and again here. In the air and just through the gap. Through deep point for a single. For a moment he might have had his heart in his mouth here. And very interesting, we have a left-hander in place. Be very interesting to see what sort of field they operate with here. Long off goes out and long on as well. So they're making him play down the ground, especially the left-hander. Fine legs moving through to short third. No one at 45. Now they're moving the man at 45. No one through square on the leg side. There's a man at mid-wicket inside the circle. He's still operating with a first slip now. Left-hander. No one on both sides square of the wicket. It's very interesting to see what's the length they're operating with here. So final ball of the first over. On the track again. Dot to finish, 8 for 1. 8 for 1 after the first over, and Yusuf comes on to bowl from partnering the good work done by Prince in the first over. Just 8 runs despite that 6. And the keeper's up to the stumps. When you look at the field here, operating with a long off and the point. They're just catching extra cover. Captain there. And they've moved deep point a bit towards his left. Still operating with a slip in place. In the air, and he's cleared the field quite comfortably here for 4. Full length ball on off stump and just chipped away through mid on for 4. Good bit of camera work there by Satish. Full length ball came onto the off stump and just tapped it away for 6 for 4. And that prompts a change in field. Deep mid wicket and long on in place now. Mid off comes inside the circle. The slip moves a little more wider. That prompts a change in length here. Nicely bowled through the gap. Doesn't have enough legs as they come back for a couple of runs. Chirag's been going nicely here. Short of a length ball, might have been the off cutter. No one square on the leg side. You can see the space right next to the square leg umpire is pretty wide, pretty empty. That'll be a wide. No one behind square as well. So the line has to be pretty outside off stump. Anything straight would be punished. Oh, nicely bowled. Just a single here. Left-hander on strike. Prompts a change in field. See, the captain's very animated after that wicket, persisting with a slip. As we take a look at the field, deep extra cover and long off in operation. The two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Still operating with a wideish slip in place. Pretty close here, the slip. There is a catching extra cover and a catching cover as well. Two men on the drive. In the air. Oh, gone! And he falls into the trap as Rahul walks back for a two-ball duck. Yusuf picks his first wicket. 16 for 2 now. Just check drived his shot, couldn't keep it down. And a simple catch to the man at deep extra cover. As we take another look here. Nicely tossed up delivery, sat on the wicket, just chipped through in the air, and a comfortable catch for the man at deep extra cover. So the second wicket falls down. As we take another look. Just chipped it. Didn't get to the pitch of the ball, and nicely held. What a lovely angle to cover that catch. 16 for 2. 16 for 2, and Aziz walks out to the middle. As we have a similar sort of field, long off, in fact not long off, deep mid wicket, and I think a deep square leg is in operation here. Mid off's being moved a bit more wider. First wicket for Yusuf. In the air and just over slips. Quicker delivery, rushed onto the batter, and a thickish outside edge takes that over the slip for 4. And Aziz is off the mark with the boundary here. Have a little conflab happening here with the bowler. Might want to have a look at the field again. Mid on, mid off. Man, a deep mid wicket. Pretty straight on the shot. And there's no one on the drive, unlike the previous deliveries. Cuts. Thickish bottom edge to finish the over. 20 for 2 after 2 overs. 20 for 2, Prince continues. That'll be a wide. Oh, that's through the keeper for 4. That'll be 5 wides. Straying down the leg stump. Couldn't collect it cleanly. Ketan. And the coach is not pretty happy here with the sort of line that they're operating with for the new batter. Still operating with a slip in place. Third man. And nicely bowled and nicely left as well. It's exactly what the coach wanted them to do. 25 for 2, you would imagine it's even Stevens, but I think the bowling side has had the upper hand so far, given that they've been chipping away with wickets here. And with the chase scheduled, you never know what sort of total is safe on this pitch. You see some movement with the new ball as well through the air. There it is again. And yep, the two fielders are square outside the 30-yard circle. Third man. Not sure if they need a third man here. Exactly, they're calling the man inside and now push mid on to long on. Still operating with deep point here. Not sure if they need that third man even for the new batter here because not a lot of runs have flown on that region in this ground historically. Batter's marked his guard outside the crease. And I think that's what has been the characteristic of this inning so far. The batters have not used the crease enough well, and that'll be the key throughout this game. Using the crease will be the key. Goes for the chip, and that'll be a wide. And a good take, having missed the first one. Good take down the leg side, was very early with his feet movement. Ketan behind the stumps. As I was talking about not using the crease enough, and that chip shot has actually prompted a change in field. Short fine leg now in place. He's batting so far outside the crease here. Aziz trying to negate a lot of movement that they're getting with this hardish new ball. If you look at the seam position of Prince, particularly, has been very straight and upright. Chirag as well is batting outside his crease here. And that prompts the keeper up to the stumps. As you see a change in field here, two men catching on the point region. Backward point is a little deep. They have deep point in place alongside long on. Mid off is inside the circle. Keeper has now gone back to this regular position. So a couple of balls remaining in this over. Been very animated in the field. If you look at it, a couple of men catching on the square side of the wicket, anticipating that extra bounce that Prince gets. Slip's gone out to short third. Oh, that's a big shout, and up goes the finger. Second wicket for Prince. Third wicket down for the strikers, and the rising strikers are all over the super strikers here. 28 for 3. As we take another look, full length ball came across the line and that have, I think, gone on to hit the middle and leg stump. Yep, 28 for 3 now. And they are delighted, the rising super strikers. 28 for 3. 28 for 3. Tanpreet walks out to the middle. Second wicket for Prince. Being a tad bit expensive, but his lines have been spot on, barring those few wides that he's been bowled. The rising strikers have been striking punches after punches on the super strikers. 28 for 3 now. And all of a sudden, you see a slip in place. Man at short third has now moved to a second slip. And they have two men on the catching region. At point and extra cover, backward point is a little more near the circle. Third man and deep point in operation for the new batter. Play and a miss. 28 for 3 as we take another look at the last ball. Foot went nowhere near the ball. And he has the hand on his head, in fact. Excellent bowling. 2 for 16, 28 for 3. 28 for 3 and Ricken comes on to bowl. As take a glance at the field here, pretty much packed on the offside, still operating with a slip in place, deep mid wicket, and mid off is inside, just punched away for a single. That turns a bit and he's found the gap beautifully, Tanpreet. Slow through the air, bowled it a little more shorter, bit of room on the offside. Had enough timing on that one to beat the man at short point to get off the mark and get his first boundary, Tanpreet. I'll give him some confidence. 33 for 3. I'll be a wide. Yep. He did move to the offside, but that was too wide. Nicely tapped away. They want the second run. They don't get it. Down to deep mid wicket. Nicely bowled. And they scamper through for a very quick single here. 6 for 3. Now goes for the big shot. Gets his feet back on time, does Tanpreet. And very chirpy around the batter here. The fielding side. You can see the man at short point. In the air. Oh, just. He got a hand to it. Excellent effort to finish that over. 9 came of that one. Take another look here. Chip through the air and would have been a brilliant catch had he taken that. Got a thumb to that one. Have another look here. Full marks to the commitment. Full length ball. Chipped in the air. Just check drive is short. Just got a hand to it. Would have been an absolute blinder. 37 for 3 after 4 overs. So Priul comes on to bowl. A couple of overs remaining in the power play. Tinkering with the field a bit here. 3 point. Third man pretty wide. Catching extra cover, and there's a short point in place. As well, no one square of the wicket on the leg side. You can see the square leg umpire pretty idle without any company here. Short fine leg as well. Glanced away fine, doesn't beat the fielder at 45. Direct hit would have been interesting. Would have been mighty close had he hit it. As he take another look here. Tickled away fine, doesn't beat the fielder. Just. Oh, that's nicely thumped away for 4. Rocked onto the back foot and takes the full advantage of that shortest delivery. Outside the crease, always had enough time to play that one straight as an arrow. Does that prompt a change in field here? Nope, same sort of field. Third man. Still don't understand why they have a third man here. Very sure if they need. Down the track. Thickish inside edge. Rolls down to point for a single here. Aziz has been trying to go a bit more aggressive. He asks for a change of bat. Still the same field. Not very sure I kind of agree with the third man here. Don't need a third man in this situation. Down the track. That'll be a leg by, I think. Yep. Couple of leg buys in this over. They've been trying to attack the new bowler. Not a bad strategy at all. They might want to force the shot through square leg, where there's enough gaps on that one. Couple of leg buys, 5 of the over so far. Change of bats for these, and I think they've heard me here. Put out deep square leg outside the 30-yard circle. The man at deep point comes inside. Goes for the big shot, doesn't clear the man at 45. Excellent fielding. Thickish inside edge. I was traveling very quickly here. Excellent work by the man at 45. Despite that boundary, just 6 and a couple of leg buys. So 8 runs of the over so far. Oh, that's knocked him over. What a ball. And Priul picks up his first wicket. They are delighted. 45 for 4 now, the Super Strikers. Take another look at that ball. Movement off the stumps, quickened through the pitch, and takes the off stump on its way. Wanted to tap it away for a single, rushed on the pace, and the off stumps gone for a toss. 48 for 4, 1 over left in the power play, and look at them celebrate here. They are delighted. 48 for 4. 45 for 4, beg your pardon. 45 for 4, final over of the power play. Priul with an absolute peach to get rid of Tanpreet. So deep mid wicket and long on the two fielders for the final over of the power play. Ring on the offside. Priul has just picked up a wicket. He's actually standing at extra cover. And the skipper moves himself to short mid wicket. In fact, catching mid on, rather. And Ricken continues, none for 9. His first over. Been all over the Super Strikers. Oh, nicely bowled. Wanted to play the paddle, but eventually decided it to play as a straight bat shot. Jasdeep is the new man in. the non-striker's end. Ricken is going around the sticks. In the air, falls short as they come across for a single. For a moment, the man at short third would have been interested. 46 for 4, and you look back, it's been some quality bowling. Can't do you can't do much of that good new ball bowling here. As a batting side, also about shot selections. How do you put pressure on the bowler? So far, rising strikers have been over super strikers. They've been able to consistently string those dot balls. The rising strikers not giving away anything in terms of width. Yes, there have been a few good shots. It's been quality fast bowling and spin bowling. Again, nicely bowled. Hitting his pace beautifully here, Ricken. That's been the feature of this bowling attack so far. Oh, that gets an extra bounce. Surprise the batter. Let's take another look here. Drew him forward. Just moved his bat late at the last moment. Lucky to not get an edge on that one. The final ball of the power play. Let's it go. 46 for 4 after 6 overs. So 46 for 4 after 6 overs. Power play restrictions taken off. You can see men outside the circle now. Long on, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, third man, and deep point. 5 fielders outside the circle, still mid off inside the circle. See a man on the right of your screens at the top, short fine. Priul continues. Or tries to take the aerial route and misses the keeper all through. That'll be 50 on the board. Down for 4 wickets. It's missed the off stump by a bit here. Very, very close shave. 50 for 4. Given as 4 byes. Very important runs, and goes all the way to the keeper to have a word with him. It's all happening here. 4 wickets down, still a lot of movement off on offer. Still batting way outside the crease, Aziz. Down the track, misses that one. Wonder what sort of strategy is that with the man at long on stationed, waiting for that catch. T for 4. Not sure if that's the right strategy to opt here. And it's good field placement as well. See, now a change in field. Short fine drops back to fine leg, and deep mid wicket still in place. Finally connects one, but just gets a single down to deep mid wicket. Still operating with a third man. Deep point, long on, deep mid wicket. Deep square legs come inside, which is why you can see deep fine go outside. One for 4. In the air, and at mid wicket has a lot of work to do as they come back for a couple of runs. In fact, no one at square leg. They have all the men on the offside. Player a miss. So boundary to finish 57 for 4. As you take another look at the shot, because the man at square leg is a lot more finer, gets it through the gap, beats the man comfortably enough. 57 for 4. So Ricken continues. In the air, long off. In fact, extra cover, takes the catch. Half the side down now. Captain picks up the catch. And the name actually matches with the commentator's name. It's Pranav who's taken the catch. 57 for 5 as Ricken picks up his first wicket. Nice little air, goes for the big shot, bottom of the bat. For a moment I thought the man at long off would have been interested, but the skipper takes a safe enough catch. And he's delighted, as he should be. 57 for 5. He's disappointed as he's take another look at that catch. It was very, very high in the air. Good awareness to keep the eyes on the ball. Safely held. And the bowler's delighted, the non-strikers distort. What a celebration that is. Deserve that wicket, I'd say, Ricken. 57 for 5. So Jigar walks out to middle, 57 for 5. They're in deep, deep, deep trouble here. Super Strikers been losing wickets at regular intervals. As we take a look at the field, long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, deep extra cover, and deep point in place. 5 men outside the circle. Wants the single, but is sent back rightly by his partner. Very untimely wicket that of Aziz, I'd say. So if you look at the bowling style of Ricken here, look at the jump, look at that amount of revs that he gets on the ball. Nice jump, pretty much an Ijaz Patel style of, of an action. Operating round the wicket for both the batters, left-hander as well as the right-hander. And the rising strikers have been pretty aggressive on the field. You can see the captain very animated. Gently tapped away to short third for a single. Been not letting the batters get any sort of big shot. Just a solitary six in that opening over of Varun, scored by Varun. See the captain's very animated at short extra cover. Play and a miss. Beautifully bowled. Excellent take by the keeper. Not very easy judging the bounce on this wicket. Look at the dip and turn. In the air! Tough chance. Excellent effort again by Ricken. 59 for 5. Have a look at that again. Simplest of return catches. Just slipped through at the end moment here. Couple of juggles. Tried his level best. Should have had his second wicket. Take another look at that dip and turn that he's getting pushed through. Fourth attempt. Just. It's been very agile, Ricken. Disappointed. 59 for 5. Yusuf continues. I have to appreciate the bowling side here. They're not letting the lid off. Pressures being continuously built on all sides of the ground. Trust me, every bowler has been spot on with their plans. Very nicely bowled and excellent running between the wickets. Now the deep extra cover in place. The deep mid wicket for the left hander. Deep point, long on, long off, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. 60 for 5, you'd say the bowling side has been all over the batting side. Captains operating the field from long on, asking for a slip in place. Catching point as well. Edged and just wide of slip. You'd argue that's a good ball, but there's some luck on that one as well. Thickish outside edge. For a moment, the man at first slip would have been interested. It just rolls down to third man boundary. Might want to push the slip a little more wider here. Yep, slip's now gone wide. It was bowled wide of the crease, I think, by Yusuf. The slip's gone wide. Third shot, third has gone even wider. And the man at deep point has come out a little to his right. Gently tapped away to shot fine. Very important for the strikers, rather the super strikers, to not lose any wickets at least until the 12, 13, 14 over mark. Stitch a partnership, get that total near to 100, 105, 110, and then launch. 65 for 5. Takes the aerial route, has enough connection. Nope, he hasn't. I was talking about not giving away any wickets on the cue. They lose another wicket. 6 down now. And Yusuf's picked up his second wicket. Serious bit of bowling here. Dip and turn, enticing the batter for the false shot, bottom of the bat. And he knew it straight away. Simple catch to the man at deep mid wicket. 68 for 6, and look at the celebration of the bowler, showing to his brain, and they're delighted. Plans are working out, and why not? 65 for 6. Mayur walks out to the middle. Yusuf picks up his second wicket. You have to say it's a poor shot, because I was talking about not letting any sort of pressure, just play singles and doubles. Another attacking shot and another wicket falls. So new batter in, and the field's changed. Deep point, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, and a slip in place. Might want to get the slip a little more wider to his left. Catching point as well on the cut. Might be a wide. Nope. Nope. 65 for 6. 65 for 6. Ricken continues. Should have had a couple of wickets more to his name here, Ricken. 66 for 6. 6 for 6. They don't want to lose another wicket here. Be disastrous. Mayur comes on to bat. Couple of balls faced by him. Long off, long on. This is exactly what the previous partnership had to do. Consolidate for until the 14-15 over mark and then launch. And the theory of left arm spinners to left-handers is not working here. They've been all over the place. Super strikers, rash shots, good bit of bowling as well. And Pranav has been pretty animated as a captain. Sweeps that away. Over the man at short fine for 4. Much needed boundary this. Full toss, full stretch. Just managed to get the bat on that one. Down on time. Would have been LBW had it not got on time. So 71 for 6. First boundary for Jigar. Been operating in singles here. 11 of 8 balls. Now there's a catching mid-on in place. Length would be a lot more wider. In the air, just wide. Man at deep point just cuts it off. Wants the second run, chance of a run out. Nope. Safely done in the end. 8 runs of the over so far. Still a catching mid-on at place. It is again the man with number 555, Pranav, the captain. Goes for the sweep. Doesn't beat the man at 45. Good bit of momentum in this over, 9 of it so far. Ricken into his final over. 1 for 21. Shout for LBW, but that's surely heading down the leg side. Leg by, I think. Nope. In fact, off the bat, single to finish. 1 for 22 for Ricken. 75 for 6 after 10 overs, and everyone will take a drinks break. 75 for 6 back after the drinks break. 46 for 4 in the first 6 overs. Then 29 for 2 the next 4 overs. Little consolidation, but still lost a couple of wickets. As we have a change in ends after the 10 overs mark. Deep point, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, deep extra cover. In the air for a while. Again, the captain in action. Been a wonderful catch had that been taken. Chip through the air, just wide. Just enough on that one as Yusuf continues. Round the stumps now. Same sort of field. Catching extra cover, long off, deep extra cover, long on, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. Yusuf into his third over, 2 for 19 so far. Down to long off for a single. Again, very important not to lose any more wickets until the 5:15 over mark. Get to 110, 120 at max 7 down. Then you can launch another 40, 50 runs in the last 5 overs. In the air, just short. And the bowler is not happy with the man at deep extra cover. Thought that should have been a catch. 84 for 6. Nile comes on to ball and starts with an absolute peach. Fights the drive. 84 for 6. That'll be a wide, yep. Getting a lot of turn here. Nile. Very interesting field in place. Deep backward point, deep extra cover. Long on, long off, deep mid wicket. No deep point in a sense. Square leg. Man at square leg right in front of the square leg umpire. There's a bit of a ring on the leg side. On the offside, beg your pardon. In the air. Good! And he points to himself, his jersey here. And they're delighted after the fall of the seventh wicket. Jigger falls to a sweep shot. Not sure if that was necessary here. They're having a laugh about that one. 86 for 7. Take another look at the wicket. Full length ball on middle stump. Tries to sweep it away, ends up getting a top edge. And simplest of catches to the man at 45. Seventh wicket down now for 86. And they're delighted. Look at that celebration. His teammates sitting here at the dugout. 86 for 7. 86 for 7. Amit walks out to the middle with a slip in place. Talking about the same thing again and again, not giving away wickets. The last 3, 4, 5 wickets been actually gifted. Not very ideal. Eighty-six for 7, you'd say. Not much chance here. Goes for the big shot. Man at mid wicket. Beats the man at mid wicket. In fact, through square leg. Gentle full toss and just helps it on its way. Down on one knee. And easy as you like. First boundary for Amit. And a good way to get off the mark. 90 for 7. Still, the rising strikers would be the happiest side here. That'll be a wide. 90 for 91 for 7. Oh, that's turned. That's turned square. 7 and a wicket. 21 for 7 as we take another look at the ball. That's ripped off the surface. Very encouraging signs for Nile. 91 for 7 after 12 overs. Ninety-two for 7. Rajesh comes on to bowl. And Mayu just taps it away for a single. Gets Amit on strike. Wonder what Amit is going to do here. Deep mid wicket, long on. Deep backward point. Long off. And deep extra cover. So what are Amit's options here? There's no one down at fine leg. Again, no one down at fine leg. There's a man right next to the square leg umpire. A lot of gaps available on the leg side. Just lets it go. Play and a miss. Take another look at the ball. Rushed on the pace. Didn't bounce enough as well. What a ball. Down the track, and that's missed the off stump by an inch. Everyone, including the commentator. Everyone has their hands on their heads. I just missed the off stump. 95 for 7. Little consolidation here by these two batters, but I'm not sure if that's enough. Maybe it's enough. Launch the platform. Couple of runs of the previous over. 96 for 7, nearing the 100-run mark. Still 6.5 overs left. Nilay continues. Goes the aerial route and is cleared the boundary quite comfortably enough. What a shot in the slot, and that's disappeared through mid-wicket boundary. Take a look in the slot, over pitched and long levers. Second six of the game, and that brings up the 100 on the board. 102 for 7. Couple of balls remaining in this over. 9 runs of it so far. Tries to go again, but straight to the man at short extra. Final ball of the over. 9 runs of it so far. Prompts a little change in field. Third man goes a little more finer inside the circle. Quicker ball. Single to end the over. 10 came off that one. 103 for 7 with 6 overs left in the innings. Rajesh continues couple of runs in his previous over. That 6 has all of a sudden given some momentum to the super strikers here. The innings has not taken off anywhere at all. Hundred and four for 7. I mean, sort of strike. Gone to long off for a single. What sort of total these two have in mind will be very interesting to see. It's anywhere around 150, 160 mark. It'll be very interesting chase that. Oh, that's through the keeper. That'll be a wide as well. So couple of runs. Slowly getting some move on here. Super strikers. Chipped in the air, beats the man at long on for 4. So Amit has been getting some move on here. Again, foolish length, over pitched, airs on length, and nicely played. For a moment, the man at long on would have been interested. I think that's the captain down at long on. Jersey number 555. In the air, line safe. He wants the second run, but he's sent back. 8 runs off the first 3 balls, and all of a sudden the last over produced 10 and this over produced 8. Still 3 balls to come. 18 runs of 9 balls. A 6 and a 4 to Amit. Play and a miss. Again rushed by the pace. Mayur. So 9 of the over so far. 19. Driven through covers and beats the man at extra cover for 4. So Amit certainly getting some move on here. 13 of the over, 23 of the last 2 overs. And all of a sudden, after the 15 over mark, 116 for 7. So 116 for 7. The last 5 overs, 41 for 1. Getting a slight move on here. Going at about 8 runs an over. Need to keep up that momentum. If they can get past the 150 mark, be very, very, very interesting chase. A lot to offer in this pitch as well. And Priul is brought back into the attack. 1 for 13. Nicely played, but doesn't get the single. The last 2 overs have produced 23 runs. Now gets the single. It's Amit on strike, who's been the aggressor of this partnership. 24 runs of the last 14 balls. Has to take the aerial route. Little shout for caught behind. The umpire is not interested. They're pleading here. The umpire is not interested at all. All happening here. They take another look on the track. Oh, that's missed everything. Excellent take by Ketan behind the stumps. So a couple of dots and a single so far of this over. 117 for 7. Full toss. Land safe. Could have actually put it anywhere on the ground. Ends up taking a single. 25 have come off the last 16 balls. Play and a miss. It's been an excellent over so far. Just a couple of runs. Needs to finish this well. Mehul has been very quiet. Beg your pardon, Mayur has been very quiet. 10 of 18 balls. Just lending a hand to Amit here. Clear the miss again. Dot to finish. 118 for 7. 4 overs left in the innings. So Prince brought back into the attack. Batting outside the crease a bit here, Amit. Shout for ABW, but that's too high, I think. So 26 runs have come off the last 19 balls. Excellent over by Priul, the last one. Big shot and won the bounce. So I think Mayur's hit that. Yep, down the track and nicely sat up. For a moment, the man at deep mid wicket would have been interested. And on the bounce for four. Gets his first boundary, does Mayur. So first boundary for Mayur. 120 up on the board. First a leg by and then a four. Now what will the bowler do here? Stick to the same length or shift the line to off stump? Might be shifting his line outside the off stump here. Goes again and that's missed the leg stump. So Mayur's decided to go the aerial route. Down the track and that's missed the leg stump by just an inch. Has the hand on his head, does Prince. 1, 2, 3 for 7. Once the single and gone. What lovely footwork by Priul to get rid of Mayur. Take another look at that football work. Down the track, calls for a quick single. I think that was a call by Mayur. And good bit of footwork and good collection by the keeper as well. Given on field. Not even in the frame, Mayur. 8th wicket down for 123. 1, 2, 3 for 8. Take another look at the wicket. Full length ball down the track. Wanted to hoik it through mid wicket. Good bit of footwork and smart bit of collection by Mayur. Ketan Mayur is on his way. It's been fantastic behind the wickets, Ketan. 1, 2, 3 for 8. Keyur comes out to bat. Wearing his jacket here, I think. Yep. Pretty cold out there. Feels like. Let's see what Keyur can do. Talk about the field, deep mid wicket, long on, long off. Backward point, deep backward point, and deep extra cover in place. Takes the aerial route and starts with a 4. What a lovely shot to get off the mark. Just through the bowler's hands. Oh, for a moment. Would have been a spectacular catch had he taken that. Off the mark. Fabulous shot that. Keyur gets off the mark with a 4. Goes again. Has he got enough? Nope, lands safe. Come back for a couple of runs. That's 6 of 2 balls for Keyur. Come out with an aggressive mindset here. On the track again and smartly bowled. Saw the batter coming down very early and pulled his length back. Very interesting innings this by Keyur. Starts with a boundary and then pull over mid wicket. Very strong base of his. Stands a tad too low here. Down the track again. In the air. Should be out and he's out. 9th wicket. First, in fact, second catch for the captain. Simple catch. Second wicket in the over. Second wicket for Priul. Take another look at that shot of length. Wanted to go the aerial route, top edge. And safe catch for the captain. 129 for 9. And Ketan appreciating the batter here. All in good spirits. 1-2-9 for 9, couple of overs remaining in the innings. So Prince comes back for his final over of the spell. 2 for 20. Priul 2 for 21. And the man on strike holds the key. In fact, holds everything with the last wicket as Puneet walks out to the middle. Cuts, doesn't find the gap and doesn't take the single either. So I think Amit would farm the strike as much as possible of these 11 remaining deliveries. Take a look at the field. Everyone on the leg side is outside and 3 men behind square inside the circle. No one down at fine leg, so you might see him come across to the off stump and just flick it away if there's that length. Down the track, falls safe, short of man at long off, and couldn't come back for the couple of runs. 130 on the board now. As Puneet takes strike. Can Prince pick up his third wicket? Or can Puneet just rotate strike, tapping it away to the leg side for 1 run? Square legs umpire pretty idle here. No one around him. Play and a miss. .130 for 9. You'd imagine it's been a fabulous bowling performance by the rising strikers so far. 116 for 7 to 130 for 9. Untimely wickets. That'll be a wide. Swayed away nicely. There's Puneet. Nice movement. Nice little Michael Jackson move there. Take another look. Oops. Just sways away back in time. Oh, takes the aerial route. Just beats the fielder for 6. And they're delighted. For a moment, the man at long off would have been interested. Full in the slot. And just over. Man at long off. Much needed 6 this. .137 for 9. And Puneet gets off the mark with that wonderful shot. Got confused there. Bit of a Bharatnatyam move there on that one. 8 of the over. So 8 of the over so far. Final ball of Prince's spell. 2 for 28. Pushing the man at the point inside. Third man's inside the circle has been pushed out to let them take a single. Fine leg, deep mid wicket, and doesn't take the single on offer. So Amit will face the final six balls of the innings, 137 for 9. Nicely tapped away through point for 4. Very, very valuable runs these by Puneet. Rajesh comes on to bowl the final six balls, 5 of the first 2. And all of a sudden, the score has gone past 140 mark. That's gone. And what an unfortunate way to the innings as they fold for 144. Couple of balls remaining as Rajesh picks up his first wicket. Does he take another look at the wicket here? Tries to give himself a bit of room down the leg stump and gets a bottom edge. Simple decision for the umpire. So 1 for 5 to win for the Rising Strikers. Join us back after this short break for the chase. So take a look at the wickets while we wait for the chase to begin. See you on the other side. welcome back for the chase. Gaurav and Jitin open the batting, Jigger opens the bowling, and they're off the mark with a single. So one for no loss. Keepers up to the stumps. Long off, long on in place. In the air, just safe. And Jitin's off the mark as well. So 145 required of the allocated 20 overs. We saw what happened in the first innings. 144 bowled out. The strikers. It's very interesting to see how they pace the chase here. In the air, just get a single. Making them play in the front, which is very interesting. Oh, that's just missed the leg stump. What a ball. Everyone has the hands on their head. Superb bowling. So final ball of the first over. And that'll be a wide. That's gone through everyone. And we'll run down to the fine leg boundary for 4. So 5 wides. Missed his line here completely. So 8 runs of the over so far, including that wide. What would have been a fantastic over. They take another look at that ball, previous ball. Oh, that's just missed the leg stump by an inch. Terrific bowling. I think it will be a tough chance to call that as a missed one. No change in field, similar sort of field, the ring on the offside. And an extra cover is at a catching position. Tying shoelaces here, Chiter. One of the key features of the first innings was a lot bit of good bowling. The innings started with a 6. 145, 20 overs. A very tricky chase, not going to be very easy. Down the track, in the air, and a single to end the over. 9 came of that one. It's 9 without a wicket. So Puneet comes on to bowl. Again, similar sort of field. Long on, long off in place. Bit of left arm spin to start with. No one at square leg. In fact, change in field. Mid on comes inside, and the man at deep backward point, rather deep extra cover, drops out for the drive. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Lovely bit of loop in that one. Gave it enough air to turn. You can see the man on the left of your screen here. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Doesn't bounce enough for the cut shot. Excellent work behind the stumps by Chirag. Notice the red helmet here. It is Chirag. And Gaurav has a word with Jitain here. Probably trying to calm him down a bit. It's going to be an exciting over this. Couple of dot balls to start. That'll be a wide. So the plan's very clear here to make them hit on the longish part of the ground. Ten on the board already. So the story of the first innings was 46 for 4 in the power play, 75 for 6, 10 over mark, 116 for 7 in 15 overs, and 144 all out by 19.5 overs. Cuts just down to deep point. A deep cover for a single. And now a change in field. Swapping the man at deep cover with the man at long on. In fact, deep mid wicket in place now. And the long on and deep mid wicket. Mid off just comes inside the 30-yard circle. Fires it wide, and it'll be called a wide. The bowler's not happy with that call. Understandably so. Bowl it quicker through the air. Second wide of the over. 46 for 4 in the power play. That'll be a wide again. Third wide of the over. Very important for all the bowlers to not give away a lot of runs. And if I introduce our team operating, camera work done by Satish, operator Fayaz, scorer Harsh, and myself Pranav. We bring the game to you live from Fatima Grounds. This is the Division A game of the Dads Premier League. Down the track, shot for LBW, but I think the impact is over 3.5 meters. Couple of balls remaining in the over. Except those wides, it's been a good over. Just to finish this well here, Puneet. Very nicely bowled again. Holding that stump to stump line here. So final ball of the second over. It's been a long over so far, a couple of three wides in fact. And a single. In the air, leading edge. Oh dear. Tough chance under lights. Everyone has their hands on the head. And a single to end the over. Take another look, leading edge. Wanted to chip it through mid wicket. Doesn't get enough. And the man at mid off parries back. drops a tough one. 14 without a wicket after 2 overs. So 14 without a wicket. 14 gave away just 5 runs. Oh, that's missed the stump, missed everyone again. That'll be 4 byes as Jigger continues. Oh dear, oh dear. Slow cutter on the pitch, tries to pull it, and that's missed everything. Took everyone by surprise. And that second boundary as byes. In fact, extras, beg your pardon. First one was a wide off Jigger's over. On the track again, but they come back for a quick single, given as leg byes. Beautifully played, and that'll be 4 runs. What a shot that is. And Gaurav gets his first boundary. I think, no, Jiten gets his first boundary, beg your pardon. What a sound that made off the bat. 9 runs of the over so far, including that bye and a leg bye. Three for no loss. Very contrasting power plays these two teams are having. Goes for the cut. Wants the single. Just gets it. Good backing up by the man at square leg. That's 6. For a moment I thought the man at long on was in play, but he's cleared him quite comfortably here. Gaurav, first 6 of the innings. Just over the man at long on. Good effort. Nicely bowled. 16 came off that over. 30 without a wicket. So 30 without a wicket. They're going at about 10 runs and over. Needs back for his second over. Deep point and long off the two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. They'll regret the dropped catch here that's been hurting them for the last 8 balls, rather. So what's the line here that he's going to operate? Either full or he goes short. He goes short, it has to be outside the off stump. If he goes full, it has to be around the stump area. Long off's pretty straight here. Tries to go for the big shot. Does Jiten? Doesn't connect. Shuffled away to the offside. Takes the full advantage of that no ball down the track and launches it over long off for 6. On top of the commentary box here. That's a leading edge. Falls short. Wanted to work it away through square leg. 9 runs of the over so far. That'll be a wide, I think. Good work by Tanpreet. Given as wides. Yep. So 11 runs have come off this over so far. 40 on the board already. The strikers, super strikers, need wickets badly here. These two are running away with the chase. Gaurav batting on 16, Jiten batting on 9. The others have been extras. Just falls off his run up. 16 extras in this innings. Very nicely bowled. That's been the key difference. Not a lot of extras the rising strikers had bowled during the power play phase. Been a lot of extras by the super strikers so far. 16. Maybe a wide, I think. Yep. 17 now. 17 runs of extras, courtesy of buys, no balls, wides as well. It's been that sort of bowling performance so far by the two. Forty-two for no loss. 12 came off that over. 42 without a wicket. So 42 without a wicket. Sandeep comes on to bowl. They need badly wickets here. These two are running away with the chase. Oh, knocks him over. That's the commentator's curse, perhaps. And he falls after a nice little start here. Tried to cut that ball, but was pretty on the stump. Not there for the cut, I think. And Sandeep picks up his first wicket as Jatin falls. Not there for the cut, and the middle stumps out of the ground. And he's distraught after playing that shot. Not enough room for the cut shot. So 42 for one. Oh, play and a miss. He's getting some movement off the air. And all of a sudden, there's a lot of energy. Good work behind the sticks by Chirag. Take a look at the field. Third man and the point in operation. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Loses run up a bit. Proper commentator's curse. You have the wicket. Tarun comes out to bat on what appears to be a wonderful start. 42 for 1. Completely contrary to what happened for the Super Strikers. Full toss and beats the fielder at mid wicket for 4. Wanted to go for the full Yorker, misses his line. Beats the man at mid wicket, and it's always going to go to the boundary with that quick outfield. So Tarun gets off the mark with the boundary. And flicked away, and they come across for a quick single. Shy at the striker's end. Not a bad over this. 5 runs and a wicket. So far, a couple of balls remaining. But the target, more importantly, is under 100 runs now. 98 required. Oh, very nicely bowled. Rushed by the pace. Keepers behind that one. Man at third man does well as they come back for a couple of runs. Rushed for the pace. Let's take another look at the ball. Oh, just got the bat down in time. Would have been a absolute peach of a dismissal. And that gone on to hit the stumps. So 7 runs of the over so far. Oh, big shout. And the umpire is not interested. Shy at the non-striker's end. And 50 on the board. 50 for 1 after 5 overs. Oh, that's nicely bowled. Very nicely bowled by Jigar. Comes on to bowl his third over, which is the final over of the power play. 50 for 1, I'll be very happy. Again rushed by the pace. Let's take a look at the field. Deep mid wicket and long on in play. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Oh, that's pulled away for six, I think. Yep. Clears the man quite comfortably for six. Goes back, and what a shot that is. Exquisite timing on that one. Takes it all the way for six. Take another look at that shot. Beautiful shot. Picked off a length, rocked back, and just whacks it away for six. Asking for a different ball here, and quite rightly so. What a shot. Cuts, but doesn't find the gap. Oh, chance of a run out. Oh, misses that one at the bowler's end. Excellent work by the man at point. Take another look at that. And that's just flicked away for four. 60 on the board now. Harun gets his second boundary. Beautifully played that through mid wicket for four. Smart batting. 11 runs have come off this over. That'll be a wide. Good take by the keeper down the leg side. Chirag. A lot of chatter within the dugout here. Wants the single but is set back by his partner. So final ball off the power play, 62 for 1. 12 runs have come off this over so far. In the air and just short. Chance of a run out. Safe in the end. 13 came off that over, 63 for 1 after 6 overs. Slightly in the air, falls short of the man at short extra cover. Shy at the striker's end, but he's safe. 63 for 1 after the power play. 63 for 1. Fielding restrictions have been taken off. Nicely played through the gap to deep point. Deep point, third man, long on, long off. And deep square leg in operation. So the Super Strikers were 46 for 4. And the rising strikers are 63 for 1, were 63 for 1 at the end of 6 overs. Good fielding. Good fielding by Sandeep. Not easy on his follow through. So plus 17 runs, the difference between the two sides, and I think that's been the key difference. The extras, the calculated risks. Gaurav's batting a couple of yards outside his crease. Firmly driven, and that'll be 4 runs. Stand and deliver by Gaurav. And he's motoring along here, full length delivery, and crisply driven through covers for 4. And at long off, had no chance at all. So 77 needed now, 13 and a half overs remaining. And they're in a hurry to get this done. Oh, goes for the pull, but gets hit on the body. That's exactly been the difference here. Standing outside the crease, using the crease well, these two batters, and Jatin as well. Nicely punched away to backward point. Misfield, and they come back for 2. Nice bit of work to sway away from the throw. 7 runs off the over so far, couple of dot balls as well. 70 already on the board. They need 75 of 13 overs. In the air, and just on the bounce to the man at backward point. So single to finish, 8 came off that one. 71 for 1. So 71 for 1. Amit gets a bowl. Batted brilliantly to get his team to a respectable total of 144. As you take a look at the field, long on, long off, deep point, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. Nicely bowled and nicely played as well. Expecting good balls, putting away the bad balls. Gaurav. It's been the key highlight. Takes the aerial route. Fielder. Nope, doesn't get there. What a shot that is. Beats the man at deep cover. Hit it pretty square that. Tries luck with the feet. Doesn't get there. So 35 of 25 for Gaurav. Goes again. And this time down to deep mid wicket for a single. Not sure if that's the ideal field with the line in place. Having a deep square leg might not be that beneficial, might add the point for an extra protection on the offside. Oh, tries to go down the ground. Good stop by Amit. Wanted to take the aerial route but ends up miscuing it down to long off for a single. 77 for 1 now. Already surpassed the 10 over mark score of the Super Strikers, 75 for 6. These two are motoring along. Been respecting the good balls here for a not trying anything rash. Takes the aerial route and clears the boundary comfortably. Lands on the roof, in fact. What a shot that is. Full toss and just whacks it over long off for 6. Into the 40s now, Gaurav. 12 came off that one. 83 for 1 after 8 overs. So change in bowling. Captain brings himself on just deep into the attack. Similar sort of field of the previous over. There's a ring on the offside for the cut. What can Jasdeep do here? 83 for 1. In the air and just the gap for a single. What a shot. Previous ball of the last over. Excellent footwork on that one by Gaurav. He's into the 40s. Just 28 balls. Taking the aggressive route. Time and again. Scamper through for a very quick single. And that's been the feature of these two players here. Just running quick singles, manipulating the field really well, especially Gaurav. Partnership worth 45. First wicket falling for 40. Cuts away. There is a man in the deep. Still animated, the captain, but in the dugout this time. Pranav has been very animated on the field as well. 46-run partnership between these two batters. 30 of those have been scored. Beg your pardon, 24 of those have been scored by Gaurav. 14 by Tarun, and the rest have been extras. Gone! Oh, put down, I think. Yep. Oh dear. Second catch down. I think the first one also was by the same man. Pedaling back. The second catch down. It's not going to help you if you have a small total to defend. Nicely tapped away for single. Take another look at that sitter that's been dropped. Short ball, wanted to take the aerial route, missed times it straight in and straight out. Not good bit of fielding. I think it's Sandeep dropped the second catch. Not ideal if you're defending a smallish total here. That'll be a wide and good work to stop those 4 runs behind the stumps. Excellent wicket keeping by Chirag. 5 runs have come off the over so far. Look where he's standing. The wicketkeeper very close, keeping an eye on the ball. Smart keeping. Goes the aerial route, and that's cleared the boundary comfortably enough. That's gone out of the ground, in fact. 11 runs have come off that over. What a shot that is. Fetch a new ball if you like. 94 for 1 after 9 overs. So Mayur comes onto the attack. Oh, that's too close to cut. Very, very close to the off stump to cut. It would have been a disaster batting on 45. And as the 50-run partnership has crossed between the two batters. Cuts and misses again. Very eager to get across to his 50. 3 dot balls in a row here. Still well ahead, 94 for 1. Pulls this time and finds the fence for 4. 49 to Gaurav now as they get close to 100 runs. Short ball on middle stump and just pulled away for 4 to deep mid wicket. No chance for the man on the boundary. So 49 to him on what will be an absolute great 50. Oh, nicely bowled, didn't bounce that much. Wanted the single but is sent back. Takes it. Sets off, chance of a run out. Gets there with a single. Well played half century for Gaurav and celebrates that in style, pointing to his dugout. 99 for 1 after 10 overs as we take another look at how he got to his 50 year. Nicely bowled, flattered through the air, tapped away to extra cover and just set off immediately. Needed a better throw there, but eventually gets to his half century. Excellent innings, and it's 99 for 1 after 10 overs. And everyone, look at that celebration. Very relieved, the man. 99 for 1, and it's drinks break. So 99 for 1, back after the drinks break as Mayur continues in 46 of 10 overs. Beg your pardon, just deep continues, change of ends. Deep mid wicket, long on, long off, deep point, and deep extra cover in operation. What a wonderful 50 as 100 up on the board. 100 for 1. Arun has raced away to 20 of just 11 balls. Been taking calculated risks, not giving a lot of width or not giving a lot of loose shots on offer. It's been the feature of rising strikers so far. Gave nothing away. or tries to take the aerial route, ends up fending it off the pad, been heading down the leg stump. 100 for 1, 10.2 overs. You'd say the batting side holds the aces for now. But as I say, cricket is a funny game and it could go either ways. 45 required of 9.4 overs. Cuts away beautifully, in fact, for 4. What a shot, what a sound that made of the bat. Beautifully cut away through point. Man down there had a chance, but that's gone through the gap for 4. Getting a boundary every single over. Tarun racing away to 24 of just 13 balls. This is 41 required now. Goes again. This time lands safe on the bounce to the man at deep mid wicket. This is 40 required now. Forty needed. Couple of balls remaining in this over. 105 for 1. Oh, flicked away beautifully. No one down there, and that'll race away to the boundary for 4. Second boundary of the over. Full line, leg line, and just glanced away beautifully for 4. It's all happening. Runs coming thick and fast. 109 for 1. 10 of the over so far. Couple of boundaries and a couple of singles. Final ball of Jasdeep's over. 36 of 9 overs. That'll be a wide. Oh, nice bit of work by the keeper to flick it off. Take a look at that glove work. Excellent take and beautifully flicked away. A little bit of Dhoni on that one. It's 11 runs of the over so far. 110 for 1. Dot to finish. 110 for 1. I think that's been put down again. Wherever ball's finding the man, Sandeep, it's not sticking around. Third catch put down. A very good fielding this. Very unfortunate when you have a smallish total to defend. Pickish outside edge and a little run away to the boundary for 4. So, so Tarun getting a move on here. Pickish outside edge, short ball on the middle stump. Wanted to pull it away, but gets a bottom edge. Down to the third man boundary for 4. I was talking about 3 catches. Not very ideal. And all 3 dropped by the same person. That is what surprises me. 3 catches in a row. Probably you'd reflect back and say it. Yeah, the batting's been poor, fielding's been equally poor. Tries to find the gap through backward point. Doesn't get enough. Tries to find the gap again and good bit of work. They swap the fielder from extra cover to short backward point. Good bit of work to stop the boundary. Goes for the sweep and finds the boundary. No one down there. That'll always go for 4. Came inside the line and beautifully swept away for 4. So 119 for 1, 26 required of 8 overs. So 120 for 1 leg by. Jasdeep continues. 25 needed of 7.5 overs. Sorry, 7.5 overs. Flicks it away to deep mid wicket. 1-2-1 for 1, 24 needed of 7.4 overs. Should be pretty easy going here. 1-2. Oh, knocks him over. Finally gets a wicket. Does Jasdeep. All too late. Pretty rash shot that from Tarun. Been all in control so far of the chase, but ends up playing a very rash shot as the off stumps knocked out of the ground. Quicker ball, tries to take the aerial route, and the off stump's gone. Look at the fielder at point. Pointing to the reactions here. Leg stump's gone out of the ground, in fact. Look at the man at point. Delighted. I think it's Aziz. So 1-2-1 for 2. So Ketan Kumar comes out to bat to finish off the innings. I think should be pretty easy going. 24 needed of 7.5 overs. Adding a slip now. Very interesting. Could this be the opening that they want here? Long on, deep mid wicket, deep extra cover, and the point in place, along with a long off. So a change in field. Long on comes on to mid off. Beg your pardon, mid on. And deep mid wicket is now trudging back. A little more finer. Rest remains identical. Extra cover, deep extra cover, long on, long off. Very nicely bowled. You can see a man at short point for the catch. Like backward point and short third as well. Mid on is inside the circle. Now they ask mid off also comes in. Going for wickets here. Asking the batter to take the risk. Go aerial. Go down the ground. You can see the man on the right of your screen. Come up from long off. Thus take the invitation and just falls short. Taranpreet, I think for a moment the bowler would have been interested, but a couple of dot balls to the new batter. Still 42 balls remaining. Nicely cut away. Doesn't get the single. And finally, a ball sticks in Sandeep's hands. 1-2-1 for 2. So Keyur gets a ball and starts with a single down to deep point. Ketan is yet to get off the mark. So 23 runs required now. New batter in. 6.5 overs left. 3.37 the run rate. Very interesting coming around the wicket. Very interesting bowling action as well. Cut away. Just finds the fielder back at deep point. If you look at the bowling action here, take a focus on that. Brilliant side angle. That's just a roll of an arm, and that's it. Very simple bowling action, not very difficult. Just enact, or maybe do that. Roll your arm, and just bowl it. No run up, just walk, roll your arm, and bowl it. As simple as that. Have a look. Just walk a couple of steps, roll your arms, and bowl that. That'll be 4 runs. Down to third man, short of length. Might not have intended to hit that. Short of length, but finds brilliant timing. And a similar sort of reaction by the man at backup point. This is 17 required now, as Ketan gets his first boundary. 17 runs needed. Might want to finish this off and go home early. 7 runs off the over so far. Again, very interesting bowling action. 1, 2, 3 steps. Just roll the arms. Simple. Easy as you like. 8 off the over so far. Stalls are out. 16 required of 6.1 overs. Should be done well before that. Oh, play and a miss, and that's gone through everyone. Did it come off the bat? Nope. It does, in fact. Given us runs. Thickish outside edge. Yep. Tough chance for the keeper. And just rolls away to the boundary for 4. Hold that quicker through the air. So 4 to finish. 12 came off that one. 1-3-3 for 2. 12 required in 6 overs. So Jasdeep continues, comes on for his final over. One, three, three for 2, 12 required. Could this be the over that they get it done in? 2 sixes could seal the deal here. 8 wickets in hand. Oh, that's nicely played. Through the gap of the batter, but couldn't find the gap through the fielder. Good footwork. Appreciated by the non-striker as well. Good bit of footwork by Gaurav to sway that away. So 11 runs required now. Can Gaurav find that 6 through mid-off? Taranpreet comes inside the circle. Tries to find the gap. Chance of a run out. Yep, that's gone. Ketan Kumar's gone. Ran for a non-existent single here. Just took off immediately. And easy work for Jasdeep to take off the bails. Good bit of throw. Nowhere in the picture. He is in the picture, but yep, nowhere in the picture. Easy as you like. So the third wicket's down. And they're delighted. Little joys. So 134 for 3. Take another look at the replay here of the run out. Flat sweep, couldn't find the gap. Good work by Puneet at backward square leg. And look at Tarun Preet on your screens here. Appreciated the bat, appreciated the fielder previous ball, and he appreciated the batter in return. So it's all in friendly mode here in the ground as there's a dot ball. I was showing you the replay. What ball was bowled? Goes for the cut and doesn't find the gap. Just 11 needed now. Need to calm down a bit here. Otherwise, the super strikers will pick up a couple of wickets, which might not be ideal. Just 11 needed. 66 of 50 balls for Gaurav. In current T20 scenarios, oh, tries to find the gap through extra cover but doesn't find it. The fielder's all right here. Yep, he is all right. So Chintan is the new man in. And he faces the final ball of Jfsc's spell. 1 for 25. Can he get a boundary here? Get the target down to single digits. Even if he takes a run, it will be down to single digits, but perhaps less than 6 runs. A 6 would take it down to 4 runs. So here we go. Final ball of Jfsc's spell. Pulls out of the run up. Bit of an anticlimax. And here we go. Big shout for LBW and it's denied. So dot to finish. None of what I thought happens. 135 for 310 needed of 5 overs. So 135 for 3, 15 overs. 36 for 2 in the last 5 overs. 10 runs as Sandeep comes out to bowl, having dropped 3 catches. Picked up a wicket in the power play. Here we go. What has he got to offer here? Flicked away, just safe for a single. Wants a second run but is sent back by his partner. Just 9 needed. And target's now down to a single digit. 9 runs, 4.5 overs, 4.5 overs rather. Can they do it in this over? That's a challenge from the commentator here. Can they do it in this over? Can Chintan strike a boundary here? Oh, rushed by the pace. They scamper across for a single and Chintan's off the mark. 136 for 3, 137 for 3. You'd argue this has been a complete chase. All the team members contributing really well. So can Gaurav find a boundary, get to the 70-run mark here? Down the track. The intention was right, but bowler saw him coming early. It's not been Sandeep's day so far in the field, but with the ball, he's picked up the first wicket. After which they struck a 50-run partnership, but he's been exceptional with the ball. Sandeep, good lines, good lengths. Into his third over, 1 for 17. Have to appreciate the efforts put by the super strikers to get this game to at least the 18 over mark, if not more. Oh, that's nicely played. That will go to the boundary for 4. So just 4 required now as Gaurav gets to his 70-run mark. Has been an all fluent innings, hasn't put a foot wrong in this innings, does Gaurav. Looked all class. Change in angle, round the sticks. Now, deep mid wicket is slightly inside a few yards. Wants to go the full Yorker length here. So round the wicket, can he finish that with a boundary here? Couple of balls remaining in this over. Be in complete chase if Gaurav can do that. Here we go. Down the track. This gets a single. Should have fittingly finished off the game, but this gets off the other end. 7 runs off the over so far. Now just 3 needed. Can Chintan do it? Can Chintan finish off the game here for the Rising Strikers? It's been SVKM versus SVKM. Whoever wins the trophy or the game sits inside between the two teams. Takes the single, couple of runs required of 4 overs. This is the throw here as well. So 8 came of that over. 2 runs required of 4 overs, 1 for 3. 148 for 3. Gaurav not out on 77. And Rising Strikers take the game by 7 wickets. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. This is me, Satish, Fayaz, and Harsh signing off. Until we meet next time, take care and good night.